Hey folks, it's been a couple weeks since I made a video and posted it. Been very busy, just things of life, you know how it goes. But let's talk about these Porsche stuff. And when I was a kid, spinning bearings, a very crude method, a very crude manner of determining if a bearing was good was how freely it spun or how freely it did not spin. When I was younger, I would think that because if a bearing spun more freely longer, that meant it was good. Since then, I realized that's not always true. Most of the time, it's not true. So, applying that logic and that thinking to modern day stuff, Porsche torque tubes, 928 torque tubes, and the new knowledge that that is not always true. Bearings have to have some resistance in them. They have to have a little bit of resistance. Not much, no drag, but just a little bit of resistance. Let me show you on this torque tube. Now I've got 3 of them here in surgery because I'm the doctor. These 2, this one's from an 81, but it's going to go for that 79 right there. It's the same thing. And that one's an 86 for Steve's. Those are the drive shafts that I just pulled out of those. Pulled and pounded and pushed and pulled. They came out relatively easily. Now, on this one, the 83, I noticed the rivets. So somebody has been in here changing out these bearings. I don't know when. Nor do I know when and if they're even good anymore. You can see the rivets in there. So, I don't know. My question is, maybe I should just change them. But when you spin it, I mean, it does make a slight noise. I don't know. Probably I'll, just like those head gaskets I made a video about a couple weeks ago, those head gaskets are going in the trash. I knew that, but I just wanted to put it out there and just to see what some of the comments were. So on this torque tube, I'm inclined to just drill these rivets out, pull the drive shaft out, and then drill the rivets out and pull out the bearings and such. And I made a plate right here to do just that. So I made that, and I'm going to utilize that to pull them out. So I have to get some more bearings and dampers from Roger at 928s R Us, which I will do probably this week. Speaking of the 86 Porsche, this one, we were able to make pretty good progress on it yesterday. Put the new water pump, the lasso plastic one, the Porkin tensioner assembly. Let me get a light. Porkin tensioner or tension assembly. Put that thing in, install it, and with the new belt, new cam gears. Pretty expensive items, but they look like a high quality thing. And the pulleys are freshly anodized, and the cam covers, of course, I blasted them and had them powder coated, and probably going to get these cam cover bolts also anodized, just because it makes it look better, and it doesn't cost that much money, really. It doesn't. The benefit outweighs, I think, the cost in some of these things. And above that is the hub carriers for 2 cars. One is Allison's 79 model, and then these 2 are for my 83. And if you remember some of the, I don't know if I even made a discussion about the K members, the rear K members. There is definite differences in them. One of the earlier models had a longer drive shaft or a shorter drive shaft, and it was made up for in these tabs on the K members. So the newer model cars have the longer tabs. The older ones have the shorter tabs. And so this is both of the older ones right there. That one's going on the top one's going on the 79 car, and the bottom one, that's an extra. Well, that's not an extra, it's for my 81. Yeah, so since I'm doing Porsche tours and displays and stuff, so this is the lower cradle for my M21.42 block that's going in my 89 car. This is the replacement engine I got from RVM that had the broken tab right there. Center mass of the screen, broken tab. I got that fixed. A very good job on the welding. And I cleaned it up today from all the shavings, cleaned up all the old gasket sealer that was there. So the question also I have is, what kind of gasket sealant do I use here on that where it mounts to the actual block? I have books, I can look it up, but I'm just curious if anybody has any experience on that. And with that, that would be great if you let me know. That's really about it. I think for right now, 7 minutes is plenty of time. So let me know what the answer is pertaining to what you think, what your opinions are based on your experience. I'm only looking for experienced answers on this because we all have opinions, but I'm looking for opinions that are based on actual experience doing it. Case in point, it's an interesting case in point. This customer brought me his cab to do a lot of metal work on all the holes, going to replace all the metal work, much like I did to this one right here. And this one was a big royal, the roof's a big issue. That's another video, that's another story. But this cab right here, the guy brought me his yellow rotisserie, and he said, go ahead and mount it up. And I said, okay, great, I'll have it mounted up for you. So when you're done with it, you can take it out of here. And he goes, yeah, that's perfect. So this thing, I had to do a lot of modifications to the rotisserie to get it to fit. You don't want to modify the vehicle to fit the rotisserie. You got to modify the rotisserie to fit the vehicle. I never hang a vehicle just on these kind of tabs because all the weight is on that little tongue, and they always flex. They always do this. So I drilled through here from the top. I couldn't see the bottom. Drilled through the top, down, and then ran the bolt up through here, all four corners. And I told him, he came by today, and I told him, the owner, I said, look, I had to do that because the center beams that collapse on the inside to make the rotisserie smaller, they wouldn't collapse enough. So I had to take them all out, put my own center beam in, and cut up one of his yellow beams and put them on the ends and make them longer. Make these arms right here longer to accommodate the mounts for the Chevy cab. And he was fine with that. So, so details do matter. I don't know why I was bringing that up. Oh, anyways, such is life. Long day. Have a good day. Have a good weekend, everybody. And wish you all the best. Be good. See ya.